Okay.
So, Arrival.
This one's hard.
Not The Arrival, the movie with Charlie Sheen. Arrival, the one with Amy Adams.
Yeah.
There'll be no leg bending in this picture.
Although there were a lot of legs.
Yes, there were.
Okay, so we're like racking our brains with this movie because
Yeah, it was a weird one.
yeah, I don't think we can talk about this without spoiling it.
So, yeah, spoiler alert.
Yeah, should we start with would you recommend this movie?
If it's, like, on TV...
Maybe a rental?
Maybe, like, if it's on Netflix, there's nothing else to watch, you've caught up on Black Mirror or Daredevil or whatever series you're binging right now,
Yeah.
probably give it a watch.
Or,
I wouldn't...
If you were pissed off with the movie Contact...
Yes, it's definitely better than that.
Yeah, we were comparing it to a lot of other movies,
Yeah.
but we kept coming to the conclusion that it was better than all those other movies.
Well, no, I still like The Day the Earth Stood Still. The original, not the stupid remake with Keanu. That was
The Day
balls.
the Earth Stood Still. Whoa!
You need to let me go. You know, it's like, God, dude, no, just stop it.
I'm Klaatu. Oh. Alright, yeah, so... recommended, maybe not for everyone.
No.
Yeah, it was a good movie. We can attest to that.
It was. It kept me immersed.
So, anyway, here's where we talk about it. It was about, these mysterious pods show up on Earth, and, the military wanted to make contact with the aliens inside the pods,
Yeah.
so they, find this, what was she, a language teacher?
Yeah, like she taught linguistics at college.
Yeah, so they get her and Hawkeye to help out.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy
in a
Renner.
non-action role. So.
I hypothesize that is actually Hawkeye, though.
Oh, it is.
If you really like put the pieces together, because I mean he was working with the military.
Yeah.
He was he was dealing with aliens, and you think maybe he would get employed by S.H.I.E.L.D., and he also had a family at the end of the movie.
Yeah, true.
So, putting it together.
Yeah.
So,
He didn't have his trademark quiver of arrows, though. So.
that came later.
Yeah, it comes
Or
later.
he was undercover.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, we don't know because
Anyway.
time's going in several different
Oh
directions.
God, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Speaking, this really did follow comic book logic because continuity was all over the place.
Yeah, this movie's very non-linear.
So anyway, they get her to help try and communicate with the aliens, and the aliens turn out to be like squids in this giant fish tank, and
They're what are they called? Like petapods or something?
petapods,
Yeah.
They were like highly intelligent space squids.
Yeah.
At first, when it first showed, because they went up into the ship, and there was like this clouded area, which was their atmosphere, and I saw, what looked like two hands coming. I thought they were hands. I thought whatever was in that pod was giant.
Smaller parts of a much bigger monster.
Yeah, but no, it turned out they were two squid people. They were Inklings, come to planet Earth. That's how they got here.
Yeah.
And they communicate through ink. Because they were trying to figure out how to talk to them.
Yeah.
So she was teaching them how to. Not speak but read.
Yeah.
And communicate.
So she wrote "human" on a whiteboard, and the thing just farts out black ink out of its hand, and it forms a circle, and that circle means something. They spend most of the movie trying to translate their language, and that was probably the most interesting parts of the movie.
Yeah, that definitely was. That was keeping me interested.
Yeah.
Like, I loved watching them, how they figure. I just generally love stuff like that in the movie. Just how they communicate with the aliens. Mm-hmm. And, they were trying to share their data with all the other countries that had one of the pods in there. And, of course, there was tension with the military and riots because the tiny human brain cannot comprehend alien.
Yeah.
So...
Exactly. Make Office Centauri great again. They're gonna bulldoze our planet and make a freeway.
One thing I'll give this movie credit for is, I was expecting the military to do what they normally do in these types of, because every time there's a movie like this and they have the military involved, I kind of like
the time for talk is past. Now's the time for action.
Yeah, it's like, we gotta nuke them immediately. We gotta nuke them. No, they actually genuinely tried to communicate with them, and they were following a protocol.
Yeah.
And because there was none of that shock and awe bullshit that you see.
There was one point where like they take C4 and try to blow up the ship, but that was a group of rogue splinter soldiers who were watching too much right-wing news or whatever.
They were watching Rush Limbaugh, and they got pissed off.
Yeah, and they're just like, we should blow them up.
Yeah, there was only like 3 of them, too, which was great. This movie felt more realistic in that sense, because they were following protocol, they were doing their thing, they were trying to communicate and pull their data together.
We need to blow these aliens out of the sky.
They were like, what do we do? What do we do? And they're like, stand by, see what happens.
Yeah.
And then just these 3 rogue assholes tried to fuck everything up for humanity.
Exactly.
Here's the thing, though. And this is where we kind of go into like major spoilers, which is like the storytelling in this is kind of genius, but at the same time it's very confusing because throughout the whole movie, you see what was her name in the movie?
Louise.
Louise, yeah. You see Louise, like at the beginning of the movie, it showed her with her daughter. And it showed like she had a daughter, she grew up, and then she died of cancer.
Like cancer or something.
And then it cut to her at a university, and you think that that's like after the fact. But it turned throughout the whole movie, it was interlacing scenes of her with her daughter, and you'd think they were flashbacks. Turns out
they're flash forward.
It was the future she was looking at, and while she was communicating with the squid people, she started to, I guess, absorb their power a little bit.
Well, what happened was in the beginning of the movie, they explained that there's this theory that what language you speak kind of hardwires your brain and changes the way you think. So if I started speaking French or Mandarin, I'd have a different mindset than the mindset I would have right now speaking English.
Yeah.
And so with them, it's like the same thing happens with her. She learns their language, except now she can see through time.
Yeah, and that was the whole reason why the aliens were there. They wanted to, they did the whole thing where, like, we're here to help you, we're going to give you this gift, and it was the ability to comprehend time and see, like, events and things like that. So the whole time, we were watching, what was going to happen when it seemed like a flashback, which, I'll admit, it got me on that one.
Yeah.
And the reason why the aliens were trying to help people is because they said that in 3,000 years, some shit's going to go down, and
they would need humanity's help.
Yeah, so that's why they gave us that. So, they also established that there was this Chinese general who was kind of spearheading the attack on the aliens, but it turned out that Louise told him in the present to stop, and the reason why she knew to tell him in the present was because she had his private cell phone number.
Yeah.
And because they meet in the future, and he said, "This is what you said to me. This is why you changed my mind, and here's my phone number." So she knew this in the present. And I fucking hate time travel. I'm just gonna say it right now. I think this is where you see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
But this is why I can't stand time travel stories.
Yep.
Because as soon as you implement a time travel element into your story, you open up dozens of plot holes.
It's a giant can of worms.
It is so. Oh, it hurts my brain. It does. But yeah, that's basically the movie in a nutshell. It's very well done. But again, the time travel stuff just hurts my head.
It's a slow burn, and it's very. At least the beginning of that movie, it seemed very much like the guy was trying to pay homage to Kubrick.
Yeah, I think so.
It definitely the same thing with the wide-angle shots and the music and everything.
Yeah.
Everything was very.
Yeah, like just the scene where they were walking into the spaceship took forever.
Yeah.
It was very slow-paced movie too. But when it got to the good parts were great.
It kept you immersed.
Yeah. You stayed invested.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. It's just the confusing time travel. As soon as they implemented time, this is how time works, and I was like, oh god,
yeah.
here we go.
Yeah, and the ending I thought kind of dragged a little bit. I'm just like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner's the father of her kid, and blah blah.
And then
blah,
he becomes
blah.
Hawkeye. And
Yeah, then
he
he joins the Avengers.
I'm telling you, this movie lines up with Hawkeye. I'm
surprised there wasn't a shot of seeing him and the Captain America chopping wood at one point, but whatever.
That would have been great. Just as a little nod to.
Yeah.
Just call Chris Evans. We need you for a cameo.
Exactly.
Don't tell Disney.
Don't tell Disney. Right.
Yeah. We also. We kind of knew what we were in for. We were talking about this on the way back.
Yeah.
With the soundtrack.
Oh god.
We realized, you usually know the type of movie you're in for when they have a whole bunch of scores where they go, oh!
Yeah, exactly. Or in this case, it was no. It was like a very, very low key version of Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah.
That's what the aliens were really.
Welcome to the jungle.
Yeah, that's what the aliens were saying. It's just like, what are they saying? We've got fun and games. What? Oh god.
We don't need no civil war.
Oh jeez.
That wouldn't be more appropriate.
That would have been more appropriate. Oh god.
Sweet child of mine.
Speaking of which, going off on a bit of a tangent, but that has become a pet peeve of mine.
What?
When they, like in trailers, when they add like a popular song, but they try to make it sound creepy, like the fucking movie that Cure for Wellness trailer that we saw, where it was where they did the fucking Ramones, but it was like they do it all creepy, where it's like a woman singing. It's like, I wanna be I'm like, give me a fucking break.
I actually kind of missed that. Really?
Yeah,
that was the Ramones.
That's the song they were singing. Was I wanna be sedated.
Oh
yeah. And I'm just like, give me a fucking break. You need to stop that
Joey
shit.
Ramone is rolling in his grave right now. Holy shit. Yeah, well, they do that a lot.
I know, I hate that.
They did that with Age of Ultron, where he was monologuing, I got no strings to hold me.
Yeah.
And what was funny is I was watching Andre Black Nerd talk about that bit in the movie when it came out, and he says, next time they're going to do a Spider-Man movie, they're going to go, the itsy bitsy spider.
And they fucking do that too.
And they better not fucking do that with Homecoming. I swear to God. That and Thanos becoming a cloud will ruin Avengers for me. That better not fucking happen.
We've already seen Thanos. They can't just turn him into a cloud.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna find a way to turn him into a cloud. I'm telling you. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now.
The universe is being threatened by Thanos' farts. I don't know, whatever. But going back to Arrival.
Yeah. Yeah, you see why we were having trouble with this one.
Yeah.
Again, it's not at all a bad movie.
No, not at all.
I'm not upset that I went to go see it at all. It was very engaging.
Yeah, it was the only thing out. I mean, Fantastic Beasts doesn't come out for another week, so I figured, what the hell?
Yeah. Really, the best part about it was when they were making contact.
When they were deciphering the language.
Yeah, and they were. That was all very interesting. They showed how, because they communicate through what looked like coffee stains.
Yes.
they were.
That's true.
It would hold.
It's the ring when you don't use a coaster. That was the entire basis of their civilization.
It was no. What they did was they shot out ink, and it would form a circle, and they figured out different points that different splatters in the circle meant different things. So they figured out a whole language where they took apart the circle and they formed sentences. And that was really interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah. I don't know. Is there anything else we gotta say about this movie before we?
Not much.
Yeah.
It hurts your skull in the beginning, but you get used to it.
I'm glad that we got a somewhat satisfying ending, though.
Yeah.
Because again, we were comparing this to, like you said. What were you comparing it to? You get Close Encounters.
The Day the Earth Stood Still.
The Day the Earth. Yeah, I was getting a Contact vibe.
Yeah, and as soon as he mentioned it, I'm like, I was like, yeah, I felt that way too. And if the alien turned out to be her fucking dead daughter, I would have walked out of that goddamn theater.
It kind of felt like Contact meets District 9.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of Close Encounters, a little bit of
Close Encounters was definitely there. Except there was no guy with a synthesizer.
Yeah, a lot of Kubrick stuff. Yeah, thank God. They actually tried to use words to contact with the aliens rather than a keytar, because it's the 80s.
Get Journey. Steve Perry, the one guy with the walnut.
I can't play it unless it's attached to a wall.
To a wall, exactly.
Just do what he says. Give him what he wants. He's contacting with aliens.
Yes.
All right, yeah. Good.
No, don't play Worlds Apart. Goddamn. Oh, no. Anyway.
Damn it! I knew we should have gotten Rush. Anyway, it was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it enough to say that I liked it. So,
it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say rush out to the theater to see it, but like I said, if it's on Netflix.
Again, not for everybody.
Give it a whirl.
If you're looking for a lot of action, you're not going to get it.
Get some vodka.
Mellow out.
And you might have a good time.
Weed's legal in a lot of places now. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
That's it.
It's not Contact, Arrival.
Arrival.
Fuck!
And just Arrival, not The Arrival.
Yeah,
Again,
Arrival.
don't look for the movie with Charlie Sheen.
Alright, take care.
Later.